Okay, y'all, we finna get this reaction in real quick, man. Yeah. Hey, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? This your boy LC the One, baby. LC the One to be exact, that is. AKA Illmatic One, 2-4, and not the motherfucking gang numbers, man. But my actual jersey number I wore when I was in high school, and my warm-up jersey's on the back of my motherfucker chair. Hey, what's up to my LC Nation, man, my LC gang and my LC crew. Hey, what's going on out there in the land where you live and you did? But listen, man, I know y'all can see from the title of the video, man. This is my reaction to Stephen A. Smith, man. You see the title, Stephen A. Smith laughs away the idea of Anthony Davis to the Bulls. Okay? Now we finna listen in to what Stephen A. Smith got to say about this, and then also we gonna give our points of view on what we think. You dig what I'm talking about? I'm gonna speak for y'all. You dig, and everything in the game with these wireframes. So y'all ready? Without further ado, man, let's get into this video, man, and see what Stephen A. got to say, man, about Anthony Davis possibly could be a Bull. You dig? So let's go, baby. Let's go. And shout out to Damien and Bianca. Yeah. Let's go, baby.
Anthony Davis leaves LA for the Windy City.
Hell no. Going to no damn Chicago. Let's stop this nonsense right now. It's a nice thing for him to say. I mean, if I'm a native New Yorker, you know, and I'm a superstar like that, one of the top 5 players on the planet, and the New York Knicks obviously will want me, I would say all the right things. I definitely would do that. Hell, my family might even convince me to come home for dinner and consider it for a few minutes. But in the grand scheme of things, if my backdrop is LA, Tinseltown, beautiful weather, sunshine, palm trees, Rodeo Drive, Melrose, you know, Venice Beach, you know, Palisades Parkway, everything in between, hell, LA Live, okay? And then I'm in the perfect.
Okay, before we get into the highlights, man, of what he gonna show, if you from Chicago, man, there's no other greater place to be. When you leave Chicago, it opens your eyes up and you see how different the world is versus where you came from. I went to New Orleans. I went to Grambling for 1 year. It was a cool environment. People were very nice, but you missing the metropolitan area. This is a commuter city. People always moving, and it's easy to get around because we got transportation. And then on top of that, okay, this is not a cheap city. All right, other cities are very expensive. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to get by. In Chicago, you can get by off of just a little bit. Okay? And Anthony Davis, he's from here. Derrick Rose, he's from here. They seeing what other places are like now. And it's opening their eyes up. Like they asked Derrick Rose about that yesterday, the day before, about him possibly coming back to Chicago. He said, hell yeah, I'll come back here. It's up to Jerry Krause now and stuff. And I know for a fact he will come here if the right pieces came too. Like if Anthony Davis decided to come back to Chicago, of course, his agent will be on the horn, dialing away. You feel me? But yeah, man, I wouldn't rule that out, man, because Chicago is the best marketing place to be. You got Michael Jordan. He the best. He was the greatest of all time. I mean, despite LA, Michael Jordan's a great businessman too. Despite Magic Johnson, Kobe, and all the others out there, Michael Jordan took over basketball. His imprint is on the game forever. Ever. His logo is all over the damn marquees and stuff and on the jerseys. Come on, cuz. This is the best marketing place to be. If Anthony Davis come back to the crib, it'll get epic big. And then Derrick Rose too, with Zach LaVine. Stop it. Let's go, man.
Still going to be my teammate for 2 additional years. I ain't thinking about my hometown. And that's what the bottom line is here. Rich Paul represents Anthony Davis, and obviously the way Rich Paul operates, because he's pretty damn smart at what he does, he's going to encourage you to keep your options open, etc., etc. You don't know what Jeannie Buss and Kurt and Linda Rambis and everybody else in between could do to just ruin the entire situation. But one would surmise they're not going to do that. Let's give credit where credit is due. The Lakers are a better organization right now. The fact of the matter is that they really, after Magic Johnson has left with all of that chaos that we saw, think about what they've done. They acquired Anthony Davis. They hired Frank Vogel,
who has been playing defense.
Playing defense. That's his specialty. You got Jason Kidd, Lionel Hollins, Phil Handy and these boys on your coaching staff.
Okay, now that's cool, but sometimes you get all that stuff, man, all those pieces in place, and it don't work out. Sometimes some of these players, they are uncoachable. Sometimes these coaches, their schemes don't work well with these superstar players, and we have seen that in the past. But let me tell you, man, Chicago is a very structured city. You know, it's very structured from the mob all the way to professional sport. And our sports teams are generating, man. The Blackhawks, Cubs, even the Sox doing stuff. Even our mediocre teams, the Fire. You dig what I'm talking about? The Sky. Man, Chicago is dope, man. You know, our city, we got issues and stuff, but Chicago dope on top of that. Let's go.
All these dudes can coach. You have a superstar in LeBron James with Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma has come back. Right now, you look like the best team in basketball. You are clearly a title contender, and you're going to walk away from all of that to go home to Chicago, which really hasn't been relevant since Derrick Rose injured his knee. Stop it. Anthony Davis ain't going no damn place.
You're probably right, especially since LA.
I like it in
it's
warm
not.
weather.
It's not just that it's a warm weather. It's not just that it's a warm weather city, but it is also the #1 franchise in the history of basketball worldwide. Any league,
get
whatever.
this one and one call.
Franchise of all time.
But listen, man. All right, Anthony Davis ain't no fool. He looking at how, like I said, structured the LA Lakers is. They management ain't right. Okay? They management not right, man. And look at the Bulls, man. They young. Like look what Kawhi did. They got the good coach. They got Paul George. They got a bench like a mother sucker, and they doing good. Alright? Same thing. He looking at that too. He ain't got to sign with them. He can walk just like even they win a championship. He can walk away. And look, they got Markham under contract. They got Zavine under contract. They can trade Kobe if they wanted to and come sign Derrick Rose again. You dig? For real. He have veterans to play with. Then they bench ain't too bad. They can buy more people. They got bread. Come on.
Sorry, Celtics. The vast majority of your championships took place BC. Took place before the merger, like however you want to define it in the old days, right before the modern era. So it's not that they don't count, but they don't count as much as the more recent ones, where the Lakers have won 10. The Lakers' #1 franchise. He's already playing for LeBron. You said the whole thing. However, when a guy is from a place, you have to take that seriously. Especially when that place is, if Chicago is not a glamour market, it's the next thing to it.
Yeah.
Chicago's the 3rd biggest market in the country. Now, I think it's fair to say Silicon Valley has surpassed it as in terms of the importance and like kind of the glamour place to be. And you might prefer some warm weather destinations. For example, if the Miami Heat can keep this up and look like a competitive team, there may be free agents interested.
Wade County.
But Chicago is not like, you're not talking about a small market. And here's another thing to consider. On the Lakers, we talked about this the other day. What are the odds that Anthony Davis ever makes Mount Rushmore? They're slight. And he's a great player.
Think about that too in the long run.
Forward who ever lived and still
LeBron gonna retire.
Lakers Mount
You feel me?
Rushmore. But in Chicago,
He gonna be stuck out there.
But all they've had is that Jordan and Pippen team. Those teams, like respect to Derrick Rose, but really, if AD could somehow bring a championship to the Bulls, that would be
a resurgence in that organization.
No question. Now, I don't think it'll happen because of the reasons I stated in Lakers as an organization. And going from LA to Chicago, Stephen A., there's a phrase for that. It's called hustling backwards. Hustling backwards. You go from the LA Lakers with LeBron James to Chicago, but you can't discount the little glimmer of hope for Chicago, a little possibility, because he's from there. After all, LeBron went back to Cleveland.
I can. And I will excuse you being wrong in this particular instance for this reason.
Come on, Stephen A.
Something very
Let's
important.
see what Steve, how you close.
John Paxson, Gar Forman. I like both guys. I wish them nothing but the best. They've had positive years and what have you, but in recent memory, they just have not made the Chicago Bulls relevant. Okay, it's one thing for Jerry Krause to run off Phil Jackson because he knows that Michael Jordan is approaching the end and he just wants to move on from, what he felt was Phil Jackson them hijacking the franchise.
It was a colossal blunder, by the way.
Of course it was. We all know that. But it's another thing entirely for Gar Forman and John Paxson and one Tom Thibodeau going to the point where you're literally standing at midcourt in practice watching this guy run his team to make sure that he's monitoring Derrick Rose's minutes and work and the wear and tear that you put on him. Not to say that they were wrong, because Tom Thibodeau, a brilliant basketball mind, no doubt, is a workhorse.
Look at them titles up there. They got 10 out there, but still, come on. The greatest player of all time player. And the Bulls do pick good players. Come on now. Don't get it misconstrued.
Over the franchise. They haven't really done anything to put themselves at the forefront, to really resonate, ingratiate themselves with the modern day athlete, and to get them to gravitate to the franchise in a fashion that says, let me think about coming to Cold Air Chicago. Look, it doesn't happen.
You're probably right. I'm not saying it's likely to happen. I'm just saying this. Here are the things that a lot of athletes consider. Hometown, and is it a big, like, what's at stake? What's the upside for me? And is it a big enough market where it can amplify my brand in the event of success, that I can one day be a billionaire?
Right.
Chicago is right on the borderline, but I would say it falls on the right side.
And I would say to you, where it really plummets is when you're talking about a transcendent superstar who's already in LA. Now, if you in New Orleans and LA and New York are not an option, your argument is valid. But with LA in your back pocket,
you gotta be enough to go from LA to Chicago.
And then not only that, I'm gonna go from LeBron James to Zach LaVine and Laura Markkanen. I love both of those dudes. Wendell Carter as well.
That'd be a good
I like
team,
Kobe White as well. Stop.
That'd be a good stop.
Okay, man, we finna get up out of here, man. Hey, good thoughts on both sides. They gonna talk about, man, but I wouldn't discredit that, man. For real. Hey, this your boy LC the One, baby. LC the One to be exact. That is AKA Illmatic 124, and not the motherfucking gang numbers, man. But my actual jersey number I wore when I was in high school. My woman jersey back in my yeah. Like I always say, man, keep pivoting the voice slipping because they will get your motherfucking that. If you sit on the motherfucking down, so you believe I'm talking about, man. And like I always say, man, shut the rev God one. 4 people talk about that's the gang. I'm running on time. That's the truth. Like the video, share the video, comment the video, man. Support the ball, man. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, man. And turn the notification bell button to get more super dope content on Pen Play Against Hustle. All about man. Like I always say, man, shut the rev God. We on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm back later. Yeah, gotta hurry up, man.
Yeah. Hey, man. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. Just for all y'all niggas out there, man. Yeah. That's saying I ain't the OG, the original. Yeah. Hey, man. You's a duplicate. Yeah. You's a duplicate. You's a dude, nigga. Yeah, you's a duplicate, nigga. You's a duplicate. You's a dude, nigga. And I'm the original motherfucking OG, nigga. Yeah, don't forget to get your custom t-shirts, you dig what I'm talking about, from LC the One. You see the custom prints all over the shirt, you dig what I'm talking about. We ain't playing no game. The custom sweater, you dig what I'm talking about, yeah. With the back end print on the same. I got the t-shirts as well. You dig, unisex, long sleeve. You dig, now we got the full zip up. You dig what I'm talking about, straight up with the hood on it. Straight up with the back print as well. You dig what I'm talking about, we ain't playing no game. And then I got the full zip up, custom with the pockets on it and stuff. You dig what I'm talking about, back print and sleeve and print. You dig what I'm talking about, prints everywhere. Then I got the yoga pants. You dig what I'm talking about, joggers. You dig what I'm talking about for men. And I got the crop new t-shirts for the ladies. You dig what I'm talking about. Look at that. She look comfortable in it. Then I got the sports bra. You dig what I'm talking about. Get the sports bra. You dig what I'm talking about. The back print. You dig what I'm talking about. The back print. You dig what I'm talking about. We ain't playing no game. And then I got the yoga pants for the ladies. You dig what I'm talking about. Biker booty shorts. You dig what I'm talking about. So that that piece can round out. You dig what I'm talking about. Then I got the yoga leggings. You dig what I'm talking about for ladies. So when she jogging and everything. And I got the capris right there with the custom LC right between the thighs. You dig? And I got the custom socks. You dig what I'm talking about. You ain't gonna find no more socks like that nowhere on the planet. And then last but not least, I got the LC the One jersey. You dig what I'm talking about. Then I got the back print on there. Look at that back print, look good. Then I got the Illmatic One, my street ball jersey with the 2-4 on it. And then I got the little sleeve pull-up bag right there for the ladies. You dig on drawstring back. And then I got the real backpack. You know what I'm talking about. LC the One. Look at the back. Look at the front. You dig? Look at the top. You dig what I'm talking about. Everything is looking good. You dig what I'm talking about. In LC the One's neighborhood. And then I got the X-Star iPhone 10 case. You dig what I'm talking about. And then I got the iPhone 6 case. 7, 8, 9. Just order what you want. And then I got the custom print. You dig what I'm talking about. LC the One, baby. And then I got the custom mug. And when you want to get drunk and drink and stuff to my stream. And then I got the snuggle pillow when you want to get snuggle with your lady. Yeah.